Well, hi everyone, it's Bronie here again for another day in Bronie's World, and this morning on this absolutely glorious 26th day of August 2025. Look, just because it's my third son, our third son's 39th birthday, doesn't mean my laptop has to play up, but it is, so I'm on my phone. So if things look a little different today, that is why, and I've come outside to take advantage of the glorious sunshine we have this last week of winter. Well, today I am very blessed and honoured to welcome my guest for today, Dr. Laura Dennison. Say hi, Dr. Laura, so I can see you.
Hello. I'm glad to be here.
And now, Dr. Laura is the formulator of our Stand Natural line, and we can't quite get all your products here down under, but we would love to, so we work on that. And the people down here down under, that's in Australia and New Zealand, would love for you to share with us about each of your products, the benefits of taking those, and how they can help everyone. And I do actually have a few questions that have been sent through to me by Gracie. So if she can't get on, I will ask them for her. So with no further ado, Dr. Laura, I'll hand it over to you while all things are working good.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Bronie, for having me on the call. And hello, New Zealand and Australia and USA, wherever you're at. We're one big happy family, and it's super exciting to be on this call. And I love talking about my products. Okay, so I'm excited that I got to do that instead of, doing a topic, and I love to do that too. Okay, so the second Wednesday of every month, I do a Let's Talk Products call. And so I do talk about a lot of products. We are partnered with Youngevity, and Youngevity has a fantastic line, the 9 Essential Nutrients, Dr. Wallach, and all these other brands. So Stan and I, we started this company back in 2000. And so our products have been around for 25 years. And, we begun this line of products because my husband got very sick, and he had Barrett's esophagus, which is cancer of the throat. And, things were very bleak. And so we moved back home. We sold out. We had, several successful businesses. We sold out, went closer to home to be with my mom so she could help me with the kids. And so when that happened, we went to the doctor, and nothing against westernized medicine. But, God was tapping us on the shoulder and said, maybe there's something else that you could do. And so we did a lot of research. We found a company, and they had a product called Eat Less, which I'm going to go into. And that pretty well started our whole, nutritional world. Okay. And so Stan, he got better. We did alternatives, and so we bought the company. And when we did that, I went back to school. My passion was to keep him alive. And so I got my master herbalist, because the Stay Natural line is medicinal herbs. And then, of course, we got the fantastic protein shakes. And you guys, every product that was designed in our company was sort of surrounded with our family. And so I'll go into that a little bit too. But it was, something that, I had a passion for. I had a passion for keeping my husband alive. And so I went back to school, master herbalist, my holistic health practitioner's degree, my nutritional consultant, certified iridologist, which is, very interesting. I love doing that. I still do that to this day. And then, my bachelor's, my master's, and then, my naturopathic doctorate degree. And so I still want to go. I want to get my functional medical. But Stan says, what, we've done, you've been going to school since 2000. Let's, lay off a little bit. And so, that's a passion of mine. Yeah, lay off a little bit. I love researching, and I love herbs, and I love this whole industry. And you guys, I just had a client that I just got off the phone with, and she's she's struggling with the big C, and but she's doing things naturally, and doing things for her body. On you can't out supplement a bad diet, you guys. I'm just telling you. She's your diet is everything you put in your body is either feeding you or it's destroying and poisoning you. Okay. And so we have these wonderful products. I have this wonderful line, but you have to do things different. You know, if you know anybody that is struggling, they have to do things different, whether it's getting their mindset right, whether it's, eating healthy foods. Like I said, just be mindful. You guys, there's so many, our environment's out there, not for us, it's against us. And so, from makeup to our hair products to these environmental poison is there. So you have to change. You have to once you know the truth, how can you go back? I mean, when you know that MSG or sodium bisonate or different chemicals can destroy the body, you have to do better. And so I'm excited. So I'm going to go ahead, if you don't mind, Bronie, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we'll go
We
ahead.
don't mind that at all. We love that.
Perfect. Okay. Like I said, I love talking about my products. This is a very affordable line too. To be added with, what you're already doing. I know a lot of different, teams that, like I said, it's not the 90 essential nutrients. Okay. So we don't battle against 90 essential nutrients. Okay. I want to make sure that I'm in my slideshow preview. And so I get to the slide. There we go. Okay. So we're a medicinal herbal support. And so when we talk about longevity and we talk about, the 90 essential nutrients and Dr. Wallach's message, then you have these extra products that some of the brands have that you get to add with it. Okay. And when you do that, you just are really, giving a person or you giving yourself, the best defense. Okay. And so you have to think of herbs as medicine because, medicine originated, from medicinal herbs. Okay. And so, I really get excited when I talk about it. Okay. So the first product we're going to talk about, and I'm only talking about products that are in New Zealand and Australia, and hopefully we get more of them. Kevin, I need your help of getting more products over here, but the ones that you have are fantastic. And so I'm going to tell you how it works with the body, the different functionality, and what makes this product special. Okay. This is our super blood purifier. I believe everybody needs to be on this product. And the reason is because, like I said, we have this environment that we live in that is always trying to make us have dirty blood. Okay. And when you get on a blood purifier, you're purifying the whole body. Okay. So a lot of people will get on this product and they'll notice energy. Okay. Guess what? It has sheep sorrel, which helps to increase oxygen in the blood. Okay. Then it has, olive leaf, which is antibacterial, antifungal, anti-parasitic. It's antiviral. It's like a natural antibiotic. So it's going in there and it's really helping the blood in that way. Milk thistle. Milk thistle is a super, ingredient whenever it comes to detoxifying the liver, especially. You cannot have a functioning, bloodstream if you're not having a good detoxification pathway. And that's where that milk thistle really comes in to really help with that. And there's 14 other different herbs. And there's burdock root. You guys, burdock root is along the lines of the dandelion family, and it is very good on purifying the blood. I mean, this is like a super blood purifying product. So why do I think everybody needs to be on it? You guys, everybody, like I said, in the environment that we live in, we're always compromised. And why not have a good functioning bloodstream? When we're talking from head to toe, your blood supply goes, all throughout the body. And so to purify the blood is crucial. So this is a very important product. It does get coupled with a lot of other products. And I will say, because I think it's also there, but this with the Z Radical is beautiful. You guys, it is like a match made in heaven with these two products, especially whenever you're fighting something serious. People notice that their skin improves, their circulation. There's a lot of different things that because you're cleaning the blood, and your blood supply is your life support, and we must keep it clean. It's got noni fruit in it, which helps with several different things. especially the skin, especially slippery elm bark, which also helps, with respiratory. And also, like I said, a lot of people see that they just have that extra energy.
Light reddish brown.
Because it's actually bringing in, helping with the oxygen in the blood. Okay, so this is a very important product. It's probably the number one product for everyone. Okay, I mean, it's just that good of a product. Okay, so it supports healthy blood. The next product, okay, is our Eat Less product. Eat Less is a dual product. Okay, one, if you're needing to lose weight, guess what? It's going to be an appetite suppressant. It's going to suppress your appetite. You're going to take it 30 minutes before you eat, but it also works to regulate the colon. Okay, so a lot of things that's out there, especially whenever it comes to weight loss. Especially what a lot of people have been doing, with the GLP-1, keto, with any type of diet. They need a good regulated colon, okay? Because, when you are putting food in the tank, you got to make sure you're having proper elimination. So a lot of people will see that this product, like I said, it really helps to regulate colon. And it's got the Garcinia, it's got guar gum, red raspberry leaves, gokamanan. It also has chromium, which we know, chromium deficiency, really helps with blood sugar levels, but it also helps with muscles. Chromium is a nutrient that is so superior, okay? And especially with blood sugar support. And so this is a great product. Everybody, another product everybody should be on. But it is, I know kids that have chronic constipation, they will give them one capsule. Say the child can't swallow capsules, they'll open it up and put it in their yogurt. It really helps to regulate colon. You guys, you should be going, if you're eating 2 to 3 meals a day, you should be going 2 to 3 times a day, okay? If you're not, then you have, not maybe chronic constipation, but you're not regular, okay? And, just Google a perfect bowel movement, because honestly, you guys, it's very important because it leads into colitis, it leads into ulcers, it leads into leaky gut, which leaky gut can, cause so many different metabolic disorders. And so, keeping a healthy colon, and this doesn't create constipation or give you too loose of a bowel, it just scrubs the colon, okay? It's trying to remove the trash. It's got citrus pectin, it's got casca serrata, hibiscus flower, papaya fruit, it's got the burdock again. I love that ingredient. You're also going to see it in another product that I'm going to talk about tonight. But black walnut, it has licorice. And each, when we talk about medicinal herbs and we talk about products, we just don't put the ingredients in there to look fancy, okay? To have it fancy on the label. You guys, every one of those ingredients is designed to do a function, okay? It's designed to do something to aid in the body and assist. And so, every one of those are thoughtful ingredients to make this wonderful formula. That one, it can be an appetite suppressant. You're going to take it, 30 minutes before you eat. You no longer can go to the buffet and eat all your food because you're going to eat less. You're going to feel full. You're going to, feel like you can't put any more in. Okay. It's that strong of a product. But it's also going to work on regulating the colon, which is very important. One of y'all's ladies came over and she, with Nature's Direct, Janae Anderson. And I'm going to go ahead and tell on her. She's the one that she did a meeting. She goes, Laura, I hate to tell you this. You just talked about this. And I'm traveling. I'm not as regular and I'm just really needing assistance. I said, you take 2 of these before you go to bed. The next day she came and she hugged me and she goes, oh my goodness, we have to get this product over there. This is an amazing product. And you guys, it is amazing. Okay. And so I love it. But this is also the product that started our whole company. This was the product when my husband had Barrett's esophagus and he had acid so bad that whenever he would lay down, he couldn't even drink water without spitting it up. this was the product that changed his life, and it changed our future. We wasn't in the nutritional business at the time. We didn't know what herbs were. We just was mainstream, and so this was the birth of our company, the Eat Less. Okay, the next one is our joint product, Stay Restored. You guys, you can take this with the 90 essential nutrients. You can also take it with the glucogel, because this does things a little bit different. It's medicinal herbs, okay? The top thing when people have joint issues is pain, okay? Is there inflammation? This product, people see results fast because it has a lot of pain relievers in the product, okay? It's got white willow bark, it's got feverfew, it's got sea cucumber, which is a very interesting how they harvest that, but it's very anti-inflammatory, and it really helps to reduce pain. And when you can get people out of pain, okay, then they can get more mobile. And so people see very quickly, that they're alleviating the pain. And so it's a fantastic product, which it still has been the #1 selling product with Youngevity and with Stay Natural our whole history. And it's because you do receive results fast. The second thing it does is it tries to repair the joint. Okay. Repairing them, with the shark's cartilage, the bovine, we get our glucosamine and our collagen from the bovine, but it's got glucosamine, shark cartilage, which is our chondroitin. But it really helps to restore. The third part of this product is to restore the joint. Okay, so it's helping along to rebuild that cartilage, and so there is a 3-part punch. And it's really a very effective product, especially whenever it comes to joint mobility and getting a person out of pain. It has also in it MSM, okay? It also has that in it. It has boswellia. Oh my goodness, boswellia is a super anti-inflammatory. And people need to reduce inflammation, and that is, it's just such a soothing ingredient. The boswellia is. It's got ginger root, which also helps to restore, healthy joints as well. Okay, and that is our Stay Restored, which is fantastic. Okay, the last of the herbal supplements, and then we'll go into the protein. But is the I didn't change the picture. I am so sorry. It's called Stay Clear. Well, guess what? It used to be called Stay Acne Free. But the FDA decided that they were going to consider acne a disease, and it's not. It's it's a condition. And so anyway, they made us change the label, so now it's called Stay Clear. And you guys, this is got over 31 ingredients in the product. When I designed this, my daughter was captain of the dance team, and she had 2 beautiful gals on the team, and they were as healthy as they could be, but they had severe acne. And in one family, there was no sugar in the family, there was no oils, they ate healthy. But they were having to drive, because we lived in Woodward in Western Oklahoma, 2.5 hours from civilization. I mean, we were out in the, but anyway, she would drive 2.5 hours to her doctor, because every week, the medicine that she was on for her acne, she would have to go once a week to a psychiatrist, because it was prone to cause suicide. Okay, suicidal temptation. And, I'm thinking, my goodness. And, I'm like, okay, I got to create a product. I mean, this is not going to work for me. And so I had a lot of fun doing this product, but I had 2 testers for me as I developed it. And, to this day, the lady that was driving, 2.5 hours, she still takes the product. She makes sure she has it. This one with my grandkids is amazing, because if they get one little pimple, they're like, oh my goodness, I got to have my Stay Clear. Did you order my Stay Clear? And And so this is just because they can see a difference. They ask for it. And when you have a teenager ask for the product, you know you have a home run. But it does do more than that. Like I said, there's the ingredients. This is also a product to keep in your medicine chest or like a natural antibiotic. Okay. It's got golden seal root. And so, you know, we're going into the cold and flu season. And so a lot of people will get on the stay clear because they just want that natural antibiotic. Okay. And so it doesn't destroy any good bacteria. It's just, you know, going to keep you free of, you know, the viruses or, you know, and stimulate your immune system. It just helps with that. It has Oregon grapefruit. That's especially used for skin diseases, especially for eczema. It also helps with gallbladder complaints, and that's what Oregon grapefruit does. Wolfberry fruit contains the antioxidant activity that can also slow down aging process. Yellow dock is also, you know, the dandelion family. And it's medicinal for chronic skin conditions, jaundice, constipation, liver disorders, and anemia. It's got slippery elm bark. It has burdock root. It's got dandelion root. I mean, I'm like, you know, my manufacturer's like, what? I mean, why are you putting 31 ingredients in this product? Because, you guys, it has to be a product that works fast. Okay. When people are, you know, in our business, I would always develop something, but Stan says, you just got to work fast. I mean, you know, we can't be waiting on, you know, 6 months, you know, down the road for the product to work. And so when we put all these ingredients, they were all specific, especially for, you know, from bacteria. Okay. Because, you know, when you have impurities of the skin, you're dealing with the dermalators that are containing bacteria. Okay. You're also dealing with some hormones, and also to increase the detoxification pathways in the lymphatic system. Okay, there's several things, you know, to reduce the mucus, to reduce being able to, you know, have that. And the natural antibiotic really, you know, comes in. Okay, but also the purification, which, you know, the yellow dock, the calendula, the dandelion root, the burdock, those are really increasing the detoxification pathways. Okay, so there's a lot of, you know, it's just a pretty amazing product. It also has vitamins in it. You know, vitamin deficiency also is needed for the skin. And so it does have a good list of vitamins, you know, on this. Now, Bronwyn, do you want me to go right into the proteins? Whoops, I can't hear you.
Have I unmuted now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I have to mute myself because our rooster decided he had to get into the act. Otherwise, but anyway, go right ahead, Dr. Laura.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Well, what's neat is you guys have the shakes, okay? And, you know, you got the TMR there. You also got the plant-based shake, and both of them are structured to be useful protein that is digestible very easily and has a really good protein digestible score, amino acid score. That's how they measure protein. And so we didn't stop at one protein. Okay, we decided in our animal protein, which is the TMR, there's 5 different types of protein. Okay, yes, Bronwyn.
You're right. Did I say something?
Good. Okay. You guys, there's no gluten. There's no oils. We developed this shake because my son was going to play college football, and I knew what protein he was drinking in high school, and so that the coaches had him on because he was a little guy. He was a running back. He needed to really bulk up, be strong, and so he was drinking. I was so worried about his heart and different things. So this is how this shake became in existence. And we didn't stop at, you know, one protein, even 3. We decided to put 5 different types of protein because in our company, we already had also diabetics. Okay, so I needed a protein that was going to withstand the appetite and withstand. You could do a pre-workout, you could do a post-workout. but it also had to be something that was going to sustain, because when you have a good protein, it will help to level out the blood sugars where you won't have that blood sugar spike. Okay. And so I had to have a protein that did that. And I had to do it without the artificial sweeteners. I had to do it without, fake sugars or, even sugar, because I didn't want it to raise any insulin response. So when you think about protein, I want you to think about the usefulness of a protein. Okay, one, in the mouth, your chewing starts, it mechanically breaks it down. Okay, to the stomach, okay, starts the chemical digestion of the protein with the hyaluronic acid, okay, and the enzyme pepsin. Okay, pepsin is very important to help break it down in the stomach. Number 3, in the small intestine, and this is where the beauty happens, okay? In the small intestine, the polypeptides are broken down into amino acids, diapeptides, tripeptides, by protein digested enzymes secreted from the pancreas, okay? Where the magic happens is in the small intestine, okay? And especially, whenever it gets into the bloodstream, because amino acids, you guys, amino acids are the functional part of every cell. Every cell needs these amino acids for brain function, for cognitive function, for muscles, for everything. They need these amino acids, okay? And protein, animal-based protein, has the complete list of the amino acids, okay? And so you can only get it from animal protein, okay? So then it goes to transports proteins, the products through the mucosal cell. Some amino acids share the same transport system. Then it goes on down to the diapeptides, and tripeptides can enter the mucosal cell, and then it's broken down once again into the single amino acids. And when you start really thinking about the science and the structure and how the chains in the branch chain amino acids and the complete amino acids and how it's really structured, is really pretty amazing, because it has to go into the cell. Amino acids pass from the mucosal cell into the blood and travel to the liver. The liver regulates the distribution of amino acids to the rest of the body. And only small parts are lost, okay, in the feces. Protein is utilized from top, okay? It starts when you start chewing all the way till proper elimination, okay? Protein is being utilized. It's making these amino acids, and it's making these, and amino acids are crucial to the body, okay? Here's the essential amino acids, okay? That means that they're essential for our body, okay? And then and these essential and then a non-essential, okay? These can be synthesized within the body, and then the other ones cannot be synthesized. All amino acids are required for body growth. And essential, okay, means that they have to be consumed in the form of food, okay? Your body cannot make them. Okay, and we know this from Dr. Wallach, and we know this, we have a great product, and I hope you guys have it there, the HGH product, which is a stacked amino acid product, okay, and it does all this repair, and it's beautiful, okay, and so I hope you also have that product. But useful protein and the type of protein is crucial as well, okay? You guys, not every protein is the same, and not every protein shake is the same, and so when we go into protein, there's higher levels. There's proteins that is clearly every metabolic activity, including production of energy, glucose, ketones, cholesterol, fatty acids, liver protein synthesis, muscle protein synthesis. I mean, why do people drink protein or eat a can of tuna or eat some eggs or, after they work out? Okay, they're trying to get those amino acids to synthesize that protein to restore their muscles, okay, because they've already broke them down. And so they got to repair it with protein. You guys, protein is essential. People don't get enough protein by far. You're not getting enough protein in a day. Some people say whatever your desired weight is, that's how many grams of protein you should be getting in a day. Some people say, 0.75% of your body weight in protein. You need to make sure that you're having protein at each meal, okay? Whether, if you're plant-based, we have a plant-based protein shake, You need to make sure, though, you're also getting, levels of protein, from legumes, beans, tofu. You need to be getting this protein because that's what most people lack. And that's what delays healing, okay? From repair to healing and making those necessary amino acids. Okay, so in the TMR, we got 5 different types. We got the fast, the medium, and the slow release in proteins, okay? That's why people that are wanting to lose weight, you guys, this is a meal replacement. You guys, people stay full 5 to 6 hours on their protein shake, and it tastes great. When we were developing this, it took 2 years because they wanted to put fructose in the protein, and I would not let them do that. I said, no, that's going to raise an insulin response. I have diabetics in my company, and I'm not going to compromise. And so it took us 2 years to perfect the taste. And my manufacturer, he was not happy with me because it spent 2 years before he could get paid on a product like this, okay? And Stan says, honey, I know you're natural and you really love, you would eat dirt if you thought it was good for you or drink dirt, but it's got to taste good or I can't sell it the second time. Well, you guys, this is the #1 selling shake in longevity. It's the only shake being shipped out of Mexico. And so, you guys, this is by far the best tasting shake, okay? Now I'm going to tell you what makes it sizzle, okay? So whey protein concentrate, okay? It's immediate release, okay? This is, what, people look for, especially whenever they do a post-workout, they're looking for that whey protein concentrate. But you can do, even though this has 5 different proteins, you can still do this as an after workout, okay? Faster digestion rate helps suppress appetite and burn fat, amino acids, and branched chain amino acids, okay? It's got both, okay? And it's a very good complete protein, okay? Then you have also whey protein isolate. Why did we put the concentrate in the isolate in? Well, isolates are more expensive, but they do work differently and function differently in the body, okay? It measures at 90% protein, has the ability to help stabilize blood sugar, and is the highest biological value of any protein, okay? And I'm going to talk about that. Egg protein. We know the importance, of Dr. Wallach's message with the egg protein. You guys, this is, super important. It's rich in branched chain amino acids, also called a perfect protein. Contains proteins, minerals, vitamins, and good cholesterol. Okay, this is that medium release. So the first was the immediate. So 30 minutes to an hour. It's sustaining you. Now we're into 2 to 3 hours of medium release of these proteins. That means that their digestibility is taken longer. Okay, for them for it to go down from top. Okay, right whenever we started drinking it, in our saliva glands, our mouth, all the way down, okay? You have to think about, you want more useful of the protein. Then we have 2 slow release, okay? We got milk protein concentrate. A lot of people with the milk protein concentrate, you got to understand, casein, a lot of people look for that in a protein, and you guys, casein, it comes from milk protein concentrate, okay? This is 80% pure protein, 20% equally between whey and casein in the purest form. Filtration process eliminates lactose. People don't understand is whenever they say they're lactose intolerant, when you get a product that's 98% lactose free, which this is, okay, because there's 2 things. One, when you're extracting the proteins, okay, like from the milk protein concentrate, the whey protein, then you're exceeding, the lactose. The lactose is the sugar, okay? Sugar is what's harmful whenever it comes to drinking milk. Honestly, it is the lactose. I mean, just to drink a glass of milk, you're getting a lot of sugar. And so that's actually what causes problems. When you get extractions, okay, from the whey or the milk protein concentrate, you're almost lactose free. Can't claim that it is, but you're almost lactose free, okay? So slow digesting and enhances muscle growth. I mean, so this is a slow release, and you don't see this in a lot of shakes, okay? Because it's another expense factor. Then you have your chia seeds. You guys, chia seeds I love because, they're a great source of fiber. The Puritan women, back, 3500 BC. I mean, they would go in and pray, okay, and they would take in a whole dill of chia seeds, and they would be in there for days, okay, because it was just protein for them. They would just, eat the chia seeds, and it also, sustained their energy. So it's a pretty cool ingredient, but it's a good source of fiber, omega fatty acids, calcium, antioxidants. It absorbs up to 12 times its own weight and expands to curb the appetite. This is another slow protein. So you're about in that 5-hour window that the chia seeds is working in the TMR, which is super cool. Okay, so here is what I was talking about, the digestibility score, okay? Not all proteins are alike, okay? So when you're talking about this and protein digestibility, it's called PDCAAS, okay, which is your protein digestibility corrected amino acid score. Now they have came out with a newer system which measures it in the small intestine, okay, which is called the digestible indispensable amino acid score, which is the DIAAS, okay? This is what, in a nutshell, what this means is you want proteins that's going to be most useful in the body to make those amino acids, okay? Proteins are measured by the absorbability of those amino acids, okay? So it measures, they test out of a person's intestinal mucosal. Like I said, the small intestine is where that newest score is coming out with, but I've been going over the PDCAAS, okay? If you look, the top one is milk protein concentrate, okay? You guys, you don't see that in a lot of shakes, but guess what? You see it in my TMR, okay? You see it in your TMR. It's good, useful protein. That's why people, get out of the hospital and they start drinking the TMR and they start noticing that their energy is picked right up and their healing has, increased because that protein is a good quality protein. Whole milk is next. I don't encourage that. Hard-boiled eggs. You guys, we have egg protein also in our shake. Then you got whey protein isolate, okay? Then you got chicken breast. Then you got whey protein concentrate. So 4 of my proteins are in the top 5, okay, of the highest score. Then you get into the plant-based in the Stay Natural plant-based shake, which is a quality product, okay? But it's not from animals, okay? And so you have to get that from different sources. And so the pea protein concentrate, you can see that it's 0.82. It's very good digestibility score, okay? That means the use of those amino acids, but it has extra branched chain amino acids, okay, in the plant-based shake, okay? The one on the bottom is the rice protein concentrate. And then the last one for the plant-based shake is the quinoa, which is a complete protein. I mean, it is a superior protein, not a complete protein, but a superior plant-based protein, okay? So like I said, not all proteins are created equal. That's why, you can, go to the bank with this product because it's just that fantastic, okay? Plant-based, like I said, here is a typical amino acids per serving. So when you look at branched chain amino acids, look at all of the, it's well over 15,000, branched chain amino acids that's in the plant-based shake, okay? Pea protein isolate is 100% plant-based, highly digestible and absorbable protein source, less inflammatory than protein-based protein. Brown rice protein, an excellent alternative to whey protein for vegans, the lactose intolerant, and for those that just prefer a plant-based protein. And then quinoa. Quinoa is high in fiber and nutrient rich. It's also high in antioxidants called flavonoids. I'm so thankful that Steve Wallach let us come out with this product, okay? Because here's how this product was born. My granddaughter, she's number 2 in the line of granddaughters. We got 7 grandkids, and she's number 2. And she has been allergic to milk ever since she was been born. I mean, she has a severe anaphylactic allergy. And so when we came out with the TMR, and then Youngevity, bought our company, and she goes, it's just not fair. I don't have a shake that I get to have. So we designed this around her. Okay. So she was our test taster, because I'll be honest, I don't like pea protein. I just, some things on the market, I just, for some reason, that gets me. So it took us another while to develop the taste, and we were able to mask the pea protein. Okay. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful product, especially for any of the vegans out there. It is completely plant-based, good ingredients, tastes great. And my granddaughter just loves it. You can go to the Stay Natural Facebook page, and there's a video of her, because I just posted it last month, because I think the plant-based was on the July. Anyway, I don't know if it was in New Zealand, but it's just a fantastic video that you can also share as well. It's just good for that. Okay. Okay, so there you go, you guys. That is our products from Stay Natural that is a part of Youngevity. And, and we're so thankful that, Bronie, that you have me on here, because I know you guys love the Stay Natural products. I know, Kevin Gunder and I get really excited when we talk about herbs, and you guys, this is just something that you can add, to what you're already doing. And each one of you on here can benefit from these products. I mean, you don't have to be losing weight. You could actually just use this for a good colon cleanser. Okay. Just to remove the trash, make sure that you're regulated. Blood purifier. I don't care what you're doing in your life. You need to be on a good blood purifying product. Joints, you guys, we all have them. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't care if you are an athlete. We all have achy joints, as we get older, and this is fantastic. And you guys,
I think athletes have more.
Yes, athletes do.
More pain in their joints.
They do. And you guys, I'm just telling you, this is a game changer. And if all of you guys on here, if you're a guest, I mean, try it out. But you guys, for all the different coaches and everybody that's on here, you guys, this is something you can sample, and I always tell people, make sure that you do at least 72 hours. Okay. So that's 3 days full of a sample, so they can get a full try. And with our products, you pretty well can do a 3-day sample of any of them. Okay. Stay clear, you guys, game changer. Okay. Now I will say one thing about this is, you guys, I didn't realize how many adults have struggled with acne. Okay. And when we were coming over with Youngevity, and we had told our team, sorry, got my night owl here. When we were, sorry, he's 14. He takes the Stay Restored. Okay. It's good for animals. Okay. He does that in the hope. But my good friend Wendell, he lives in Oregon, and he contacts me and he says, Laura, I just heard that we're moving to this company called Youngevity. And I said, yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a great time. He goes, well, I need 48 bottles of the Stay Clear. I said, Wendell, come on. And he goes, no, you don't understand. I have battled with adult acne my whole life. And he's like in his 60s. And he goes, I don't know who this Youngevity company is, and I don't care. I better have, me at least 4 to 5 years worth of products, because he was already calculating the expiration date and everything. And I mean, I'm like, Wendell, you don't have to do that. They're not going anywhere. Okay. They're an amazing company. And of course, he loves the Youngevity products now, but he was so concerned about losing that product. And that's how much it meant to him. And you guys, it is a pretty fantastic product. And that's the Stay Clear, that product that I was just talking about. So, okay. I
really, actually, you highlighted something just there when you picked up your little puppy, who's 14. We here, because of, I think it was the New Zealand government, have blocked our Anthradex. So we are always looking for things to help people with our pets. What can we use instead? And you've just told us too. And yes. I think, whoa, that's another good thing that we can do. I wonder if we could sprinkle the TMR and shakes into their food as well.
Okay, so I don't know if all of you on here know Lanny Sharp from Kansas. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, she is a leader in Youngevity, and she has been having the these puppies, okay, and they're like high dollar hunting dogs, okay, and she feeds them TMR like a week to 2 weeks after the babies are born. She is giving them the TMR. First, she gives the mama the TMR, then she gives the puppies. They are the strongest, healthiest puppies. And I mean, yeah, so you guys, the TMR you can give to animals. I mean, and especially if you have an animal that just won't eat, maybe he's got some digestive things going on, because they go through that. I mean, I went through that with my little Max. And I just mix up the TMR and water and just, sprinkle it over his food and they just lap it up. It tastes wonderful. It's a good source of protein. And it helps regulate their blood sugar. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, that's something I've learnt new today, and I think a lot of others may have learnt new today. Now, I did have questions from Gracie. Now, I think I saw Gracie on. Gracie, are you there? Would you like to ask Dr. Laura these questions yourself? I'm not sure if she can unmute, but because
Hi. Can you hear me, Bronie?
Yes, we can.
Lovely. Thank you. Thanks, Dr. Laura. Lovely to see you again.
Good to see you.
So I love using the Hope, and I've got my mum on the on Hope actually, because she's fighting through myeloma, multiple myeloma cancer, which is blood cancer. Would you say that double dose is okay for her, 6 a day? Is that enough?
Actually, I would probably increase that. You guys, you can increase it 4 times. It doesn't go off of body weight. The therapeutic, for someone, especially blood cancer, you want it to really get in there and do its job. And so I would do 4 bottles a month of that.
4 bottles a month. Lovely. Thank you. I've just got a couple of hormonal type questions I've received recently through a few people. Would you treat hypothyroid the same as hyperthyroid? How
Absolutely
would you treat
not.
that?
Okay. So hyper, okay, is a fast acting thyroid. Okay. And so hypo is low. So that's hyper fast, hypo low.
Yeah.
Hypo low, okay, is a deficiency, okay, and it's a deficiency of iodine, okay, and so we have plenty of products to draw from, the Ocean's Gold, Z Radical, Hope is also it. Now Hope will do either one, okay. Selenium. Selenium is also a deficiency whenever it comes into, any type of thyroid. So selenium is a dual product, hyper or hypo, okay, because that goes back to the deficiency. I would not do the Ocean's Gold for hyper, but you can, do, like I said, the selenium and the Hope, and of course the tangy tangerine, really replacing those deficiencies. Anything that, also, we have a product called De-Stress, which is a great product to draw from for the hyper. Okay, it sort of just is more of a calming product, and so it's going to actually, calm the hyper one, the hyperthyroid.
Unfortunately, we don't get that one, so that's okay.
Okay.
Thank you for that. There's a. Oh, sorry. Yep.
Okay. Do you have the Rise and Restore?
No.
No.
Okay, no. Just a tangy tangerine and making sure she gets the calcium, magnesium from the Beyond Osteo, extra plant derived minerals, Hope would be good for that, and selenium.
Okay, thank you. There's another lady who's getting burning feet, menopausal burning feet. What do you think that might be?
Okay, so menopausal burning feet is still a deficiency, and it's a deficiency with the B vitamins. So she wants to increase her B vitamins. And so, do a double dose of the tangy tangerine, because if you look at the tangy tangerine, you'll see that it's like, 20,000 of the B12, but the B5 and the B6 is especially, necessary. So for that. And so having an increased dose of that. And so even increasing her tangy tangerine will actually help with that.
Okay, thank you.
anything that
Yeah.
has to do with circulation as well is going to help. So any circulatory products that you have will increase that as well. Niacin.
Of course. And what about fainting? Is fainting a deficiency in something?
Okay, so fainting
Um,
can come from a few things. Okay,
Mhm.
fainting can be not enough oxygen to the heart. It could be cardiovascular. It could be vertigo. It could be so there's a lot of different things that it could be. So it'd be hard for me just to say one thing. But if you get the person on the heart and brain pack, that would be a good start.
Okay.
The Healthy Brain and Heart Pack.
Lovely. Thank you. Thanks, Dr. Laura. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And
Thanks, Bronie.
Gracie, you said that someone had ear annoyance as well with the.
Yes, ear annoyance. And I think she might be going through menopause as well. Yeah, ear annoyance. What could that be?
Okay, so mineral deficiency still lines, and you guys,
Yeah.
especially women, you guys, you can't get enough calcium magnesium. You guys, calcium magnesium is, especially for our hormones, are so necessary. So increasing the Beyond Osteo, increasing the plant-derived minerals. I would, like I said, I love the Hope. I would add the Hope. And what is do you have the female hormonal support? Do you have Xerafem? Which ones do you have there?
We have Xerafem and we have Women's FX, but then we also have the Good Herbs female hormonal support. Yeah, we've only got those three. Yeah.
Okay, I would do the Xerafem and the female hormonal support. The female hormonal support, I believe, has the ashwagandha in it. So that's the Good Herbs, you guys. If you have like hypothalamus support there, that's another one that any hormones, because the hypothalamus is telling the hormones what to do. It's our thermostat. And so most people with hormone imbalance, I'll definitely get them on the hypothalamus as well.
Okay, so that will obviously help with the hot flushes and the night sweats and the heating in the body at night.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Lovely. Thank you. Thanks, Bronie, for the reminder.
You're all right. And would it also help with the thyroid issue, I wonder?
Yes, the hypothalamus. Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, just because of what you said, I just think, and
I always, I know what we have here, and so sometimes I'm always afraid to say because I don't know what you guys have there. So but anyway.
Look,
but hypothalamus is an incredible product.
Good herbs line now. We've got all the Good Herbs line now, so that's been a major thing for us to have that. We're just working on getting all of yours.
Yes.
So, did anyone else have any questions for Dr. Laura this morning?
Yeah, it's Denise Thibodeau. And my question is, so I use I-26, which is an egg product. And you mentioned in your protein, there's egg product in there. Can it be mixed or not?
Absolutely. Yes, it can be mixed. Yeah, it's not going to hurt anything. Now, I-26, okay, so I-26 is doing a little bit different especially with the immune system. There's some things that you want to take on an empty stomach, and I-26 can be one of those that is taken first thing because you're trying to destroy, viruses, you're trying to boost the immune system. Another thing that is people want to take on an empty stomach if they can is like the RYL 500. That's another product, the beta glucans, because it's trying to not battle, digestion, because it's trying to go in there and destroy bad bacteria. Okay. So I-26, you can mix it. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything but it's better to take it on an empty stomach.
And the other thing I learned about I-26 is that you shouldn't heat it. You should always have it cold. So that was new to me today because there is in our back office or in our ordering system, they have the mushroom coffee with I-26. So you would assume that you could have them together. But I heard on a video today that it should not be heated because it kills everything that it's supposed to do. So if I
Well,
did
and there's more in the I-26 than just, you know, so like with the mushroom coffee is a little bit different. I think the microbiome has the I-26 in it.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yes. And so those are better taken on an empty stomach. And
Okay.
especially any probiotics, same thing. You know, I would rather you take a probiotic to get it in, but you are battling digestion. And so like the nightly essence is better to be taken on an empty stomach. Root beer belly, any probiotics that we have. So back to the microbiome, it is better to be taken on an empty stomach.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Does that help? Does that help you, Deb?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you can, Yvonne. My favourite girl who's here every week.
Hang on, Yvonne. Before you get started, Yvonne, just following on that, what you just said before about the eggs and all that, about the heating. You really shouldn't heat too many of our natural products because it does destroy a lot of the more delicate nutrients. You know, to the exception of the stuff that we allow for you to heat up, like our chocolates, like our coffees. You know, they're designed to be heated, and so there are nutrients in there that wouldn't be damaged. But if you heat the Beyond Tangy Tangerine up, you're going to kill a lot of those vitamin C's, all those very delicate vitamins will get destroyed. So I always recommend don't heat anything unless it's designed to be heated.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's my 10 cents.
So
And Kevin, I will add on that. Now with the protein, when you throw a protein in, like making protein pancakes because you can't get your kids to get enough protein, that's not breaking down vitamins. Okay. And so protein is a little bit different. But Kevin is so right. You guys, you don't want to denature the product. I mean, denature it. And you would be doing that if you heat up any vitamins. I mean, honestly, vitamins, I mean.
because one of the things I discovered is that rise and restore. So the restore part sometimes can taste a little bit, because it's got the beet in it, a little earthy. So we've been heating that up as a tea, but you're indicating that we shouldn't do that at night. That rise or the restore.
Add that to your calcium magnesium product, whatever. Like I personally do the Cal Mag because I like that product. And so I add the restore to that. Add it to your Beyond Osteo or add minerals to it. You know, get it to where you like it. But yeah, Kevin is so right. Thank you, Kevin, for adding that.
Oh, that's another product we have not long had here is the Cal Mag.
Okay.
We've not long got that down under, so that's still pretty new to everyone here. So that's pretty awesome. Now, Yvonne, back to you, my love.
Can I ask, my 9-year-old granddaughter gets nosebleeds. What should she take for that?
Okay, so nosebleed is a vitamin C deficiency, okay, and then also vitamin K. And so with that being said, you don't want to administer vitamin K, okay, because that's something that you just don't do. We do have the vitamin D with the K in it, the K2 in it, but all the super greens, like this, you don't have to have
TMR shake.
Okay, TMR shake is a good protein. It's not necessarily going to help with the nosebleeds, but vitamin C. So like extra vitamin C that you can get. So the tangy tangerine, yes, that would be perfect. Those chewables, that's also going to help with nosebleeds because that is one of the big deficiencies that causes that is vitamin C. Also, you could do, of course, tangy tangerine is full of vitamin C. But the super greens, if you can make a smoothie that has the greens in it, if you have the fruit veggie blend there, those vegetables also contain, massive amounts of vitamin K. And so that would be really good for her to also get on.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Very good, Yvonne. So do we have any more questions hiding there in the background? Because you've got to remember, I can't quite see everyone. So, do we have anyone else? Are you still with us, Dr. Laura? All right, well, good. I need you to talk so you come back to my screen.
I have a quick question about the Cal Mag. So you said you like to use that. Why do you like like when I got that product, it was so heavy. Like I was shocked how heavy that was. And I'm like, I don't like the osteo effects. I don't like the flavor of that. So I've been doing Caltati, and then I decided I'm going to try CalMag, but I don't know the differences between the three. Would you be able to share a little bit?
Okay, so they're both three amazing. Okay, and I always look, when I look at a calcium magnesium product, okay, you want at least a 1-to-4 ratio. That means calcium to magnesium. So like if calcium is 1,000 milligrams, you want the magnesium to be at least 400. Okay, all of those qualify for that. The Caltati, the CalMag, and also the Beyond Osteo. Okay, so that is sufficient. I have seen the processing of the CalMag, okay, because Chris Sanchez, he was the owner of Biomedics that brought that over, okay. I tend to go to that product because I know the absorbability. They have a micellar utilization, okay. That means it's going to be absorbed into the body over 98%. Okay, now we all know absorption depends on how your body is going to react and how gut, and so we can't make those claims. But when I saw this product, they mixed it together, okay, and they poured it in a styrofoam cup, and it absorbed and leaked out of that cup. I knew that was going to get in my cells fast, okay, and so I just got hooked on that product. I like the taste of it. Sort of has that tang taste to it, but this is how you do it, okay? So because it has a fizz to it, okay? It's got the sodium bicarbonate, okay? Which what you want to do is you stir it up. You don't want to shake it because it's going to explode your little thing, okay? You want to mix it up, pour it in a cup, okay, and let the fizz sizzle out, okay? Then you're not getting the sodium bicarbonate, okay? Because it's actually evaporated. Put your Restore in there and mix it up and drink it. It's really tastes pretty good. That's how I like the Restore, because Denise, it sounds like you and I are a lot alike, okay? Because you guys, we're all about, like I said, I don't know why Beyond Osteo just doesn't work for me. I like the Caltati, but you just got to make sure you're getting your minerals. You guys, minerals, especially, I mean, for all of us on here. But women, you guys, especially when we're getting older, going through menopause, you guys, minerals are the key, okay? And when I'm not just talking about the plant-derived minerals, I'm talking about calcium, magnesium, and other functional minerals that are crucial, okay? And because sometimes when you replace those, then the menopausal symptoms go away as well.
That's been really helpful information, all of it, because you forget about these things when you're not going through them yourself, or I don't even really remember going through it. So I didn't seem to have any. I hear people talking about all these issues, and I don't even remember having that. I am almost 66, so I must have gone through it. But anyway, I just don't recall having any of those symptoms. So maybe I was just blessed.
Well, see, I had a hysterectomy at age 27, so I was thrown in. And then when I went through my menopausal age, I went through it again. Okay, and so it is something double dose, and so stress goes into it. I love talking about hormones. I do.
Oh well, next time you'll have to come and talk about hormones.
Okay.
Next time we have you on. All right. So, do we have any more questions for Dr. Laura before we close out today? Again, you'll have to.
I just want to say thank you for your wealth of information. And new to the scene of longevity, I just find that this community is so welcoming and so free in sharing all this incredible information that we can all take and help our community. So, Dr. Laura, thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I learned a lot today. And thank you for allowing us to come onto this call. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome anytime. Anytime. It's free for all. I do this every Tuesday, Australian time, to help everyone, to help our nation, our Longevity Nation, become that great international company that it is. And, we've got to help people help their health. So anyway, thanks for that.
Love you, Dr. Laura.
Thank you, Dr. Laura.
Love you, Tony. We're about to go on a brands cruise in August. In October. And Tony you guys, that's one new thing is we do put a brands cruise together. And so I don't know where we're going next year, but we're going to Alaska in October. And so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, wow. That'll be fun. All right. Well, as I ask you all nicely here in Bronie's World, I ask you all nicely to stay safe, stay informed, to be empowered, but do not live in fear, my friends. And when you're giving your body what it needs, you can do amazing things. And look, I just learnt lots of new stuff, and you can do the same for your dogs and your cats. And I guess cats can take all these things as well, and birds and chickens. And anyway, then you do that, and then you too will be powerful, beautiful, brilliant, and most definitely very brave. God bless you all. Catch you again tomorrow here in Bronie's World. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.